Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, if you've been feeling totally buried by the sheer volume of work on your plate lately, you are absolutely in the right place. Today we're going to take you from a curious beginner to a highly confident Google AI power user. Let's just dive right into it.
84%. That is a massive number, right? That's the percentage of workers out there who are practically begging for more AI in their organizations. But here is the secret. They aren't looking for more tools just to complicate their lives. No, they want their precious time back.
Just imagine this for a second. What if you could actually get your biggest, most daunting business task completely knocked out by lunchtime? I mean, think about what you could do with all that extra time in the afternoon. That is the real promise of using AI intelligently. It's about working smarter, not just harder.
So, here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. First, we'll meet your Google AI toolkit. Second, the perfect prompting formula. Third, we'll supercharge your project workflows. Fourth, tame meetings and messy inboxes. And finally, number 5, build custom AI assistants.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. Meet your Google AI Toolkit, or, as we like to call it, the Big Three of Google AI.
So, we've got 3 main entry points here, and they cover completely different needs. First up, Google Workspace. This is where AI is baked right into the apps you already use every day. Like, say a supplier sends you a crazy 20-email thread about a delayed shipment, you just click the little sparkle icon in Gmail and boom, it instantly summarizes the whole thing and even drafts a response. Next is the Gemini app. That's your dedicated space for brainstorming, asking coding questions, you name it. Think of it as your always-on thinking partner. And finally, Notebook LM. Honestly, this one is so underrated. It's an AI research assistant, but it only uses the specific sources that you upload.
Now, I know exactly what's probably popping into your head right now. You're thinking, okay, but is my company's data actually safe? Well, if you're on a Google Business, Enterprise, or Education license, it is a hard guarantee. Your data stays private, safe, and most importantly, it is not used to train Google's AI models. Now, if you're using a personal account, the terms do vary, so definitely check your specific privacy policy. But for business users, you are completely covered.
Moving right along to Section 2, the perfect prompting formula, which is really just about how to talk to your new AI colleague.
The tools are great, but they're useless if you don't know how to ask for what you want. So you need to know this rule of 4 for prompt engineering. It is so much easier than it sounds. Step 1 is persona. Who do you want the AI to act as? Step 2 is task. Give it a really clear action verb like summarize or create. Step 3 is context. Give it the background. The more it knows, the better the output. And step 4 is format. Do you want an email, a bulleted list, a table? You basically just want to talk to it like it's a super smart colleague sitting next to you.
Let's actually see what this looks like in the wild. I'm a small e-commerce store owner. Boom, that's the persona. I need to write a return policy page. There's your task. My brand is friendly and we sell handmade candles. Perfect context. Short, reassuring return policy in a bulleted format. And that is your exact format. By giving it that specific context about handmade candles, you are going to get a highly tailored, on-brand result in literal seconds, instead of just generic robotic fluff. All right, let's put this into practice. Section 3, supercharge your project workflows. We are going from overwhelmed to organized. Picture this. You're pitching a brand new restaurant client, and you just have a mountain of messy discovery call notes. Step 1, you just throw all those notes into Notebook LM to pull out the key insights and maybe ask it to anticipate client objections. Step 2, you open up a blank Google Doc, type the @ symbol to directly reference those exact call notes right from your drive, and Gemini generates a polished proposal. Step 3, hop over to Google Sheets. Use that @ symbol again to reference the same file, and just tell Gemini to build a project timeline tracker complete with color coding. You literally go from a blank sheet to a full tracker in seconds.
Let's circle back to Notebook LM for just a second, because you really should treat this as your living knowledge hub. You can upload PDFs, transcripts, data docs, the whole shebang. And depending on what tier you're on, the capacity is wild. The standard tier lets you drop in 50 sources. Pro gives you 300. And if you are on the Ultra tier, you can upload a massive 600 sources for the AI to synthesize for you.
Oh, and I absolutely have to mention this one feature, because honestly, it's just incredibly fun. Notebook LM can actually turn your uploaded sources into podcast-like audio overviews, and it does it in over 50 languages. It is absolutely perfect if you want to learn up on a project during your commute, or if you need to catch up a new team member during onboarding without scheduling, yet another meeting. All right, so you have your master plan.
Now you actually have to present the thing. And AI takes you right across the finish line here. You use the Gemini app for your broad outline, move into Docs to nail down your talking points, and then finally hit Google Slides. You can click that sparkle icon, use the @ symbol to reference your research doc, and it builds the slides out for you. Actually, scratch that. It gets better. You can even ask it for custom visuals. Just tell it, make a high-end minimalist bottle of facial serum on a white marble countertop with natural sunlight, and it generates these gorgeous editorial quality images to drop straight into your deck.
Which brings us to Section 4, Tame Meetings and Messy Inboxes. Time to finally reclaim your day.
Meetings. We all have way too many of them, right? Well, Gemini basically acts as your invisible assistant through the whole life cycle of a meeting. Before you even meet, Gmail's Help Me Schedule sees you trying to coordinate and just suggests the ideal calendar slots. During the call, Google Meet can literally take notes for you, and if you join 5 minutes late, you just hit a button and it gives you a private summary of what you missed so you're instantly caught up. Then, after the meeting, it automatically emails out the full transcript, a tight summary, and the action items. No more information silos, no missed details.
And then, of course, there is the inbox. If you click the little pencil icon in a Compose window, you can use Help Me Write to draft a recap that actually sounds like you. Or if you get added to one of those mile-long product strategy threads, just hit Summarize to figure out what was decided without reading for 20 minutes. Plus, if a teammate replies and says, hey, let's lock in the review for next Thursday, you can add that directly to your calendar right from the email reply. It turns your messy inbox into an actual command center.
All right, final chapter here. Section 5, Build Custom AI Assistants. We're scaling up with GEMS and Enterprise.
If you find yourself doing the exact same tasks over and over again, you absolutely need to know about GEMS. A gem is basically a custom AI assistant that you build with a very specific persona, tone, and output format. The real beauty of this is that you get the exact same high-quality output every single time, without ever having to retype those formatting instructions.
Let's make this concrete with a few examples. You could build a weekly digest gem. You give it your template once, and then every Monday, you just paste in a block of raw warehouse data, and it instantly spits out a perfectly formatted 2-paragraph update with a catchy headline. You could build a blog post editor that always knows your exact brand voice, a video scriptwriter, or even a coding partner for your developers.
Now, if your whole business is ready to take things to the next level, that's where Gemini Enterprise comes in. This connects the AI directly to your company's actual data pools, like Salesforce or SAP. It has this feature called Deep Research, which means it acts way more like a senior analyst. So instead of just giving you a quick chat response, it follows a structured research plan and hands you back a fully cited deep dive report based on your own data.
Man, we have covered a ton of ground today, from basic prompt engineering all the way up to custom gems. But there is one absolutely crucial takeaway I want you to remember from all this. AI simply serves as an operational engine. At the end of the day, you are the driver. This playbook is going to make you incredibly fast for sure, but all of this starts and ends with your unique human creativity. The AI is just here to amplify your potential. So, I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. Which Gemini feature are you going to use to reclaim your time today? Are you going to finally summarize that terrifying inbox, or are you going to try building your very own custom gem? Pick just one thing, try it out, and start getting your day back. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we will catch you next time.